Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. Brand new fucking Burnt Witch right there for you motherfuckers, man. Fucking bad fucking ass shit right there, man. That track is called We Hate You. And guess who I have on the line with me right the fuck now? What the fuck is going on, man?
Jesse Jackson. Yay. What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
So Burnt Witch, man, what the fuck have you guys been doing, man, besides making fucking some badass shit? And by the way, man, that new song sounds very familiar, dude.
Wonder why.
Crazy.
It's strange how that happens. No. Tell us, man. Tell us all about it, dude.
Well, originally we were going to do that song as part of a split EP. And what had happened was just decided to go ahead and release it because the split's going to be released farther down the road than we had anticipated.
Hell yeah!
Figured we could always just cover another one, maybe another Electric Wizard song. Who knows?
We may do a whole Electric Wizard EP, man. Who knows, man?
Yeah, re-record their album.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be awesome, man. Like when 6 Feet Under did the whole fucking Back in Black album.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, why not, man? Just fucking go for it. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. So it's gonna be on a split. Who can you tell us who it's gonna be?
It was gonna be on a split, but we decided to go ahead and release it, and we'll do something else when it comes time to actually record for the split.
Gotcha.
The split's gonna end up being with us and Stone Wielder.
Hell yeah, dude. Stone Wielder's badass, dude.
Yeah, we love Stone Wielder, man.
Yeah, good guys.
That's a good matchup, man. Hell yeah. Speaking of
other than that, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of matchups, man, you guys got some matchups fucking going on with this Delta Doom Fest, man, coming up. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, man. We've got okay, well, funny enough, we were just talking about Stone Wielder. So the entire fest just started with Stone Wielder wanting to come down and jam with us in Memphis, and so I got Growlers, got the room up there, and then I put out a post on Facebook because we wanted 3 or 4 bands on the bill, and man, I got 40 responses, just doom bands coming out of the woodwork, and we're like, hey man, we're all trying to play Memphis, we can never get anywhere, let us on. And I was like, so I just talked to the dude from Growlers. I was like, hey man, a lot of bands want to play. You care if we shift this to sort of a fest? And Growlers was like, go for it. So I just went through and looked at some applicants, a couple bands we were already kind of friendly with that had been dying to get to the Memphis area, and yeah man, we just threw the whole thing together.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember when you reached out to me and asked me for help, to put the word out there and find some bands or something, and I think it was within 30 minutes or an hour or something later, you were like, never mind. It's fucking it's full.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It's to this point I've been keeping track just for fun. I've been hit up by 62 doom bands in the surrounding area that are just itching to play Memphis. And I was like, man, that's awesome. Maybe we'll open a door to hopefully some doom fans in Memphis show up and show out, and we can really show Memphis that there's a market for that around here.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out to Growlers just for being responsive. So many venues that you deal with, I don't understand how they keep their places booked if they very seldom answer the phone or return messages.
Boy, that's the truth.
That's super cool, man. I really like Growlers, man. That's a really cool venue. I've been there quite a few times, man. Seen a lot of bands play there, and it's always fun, man. It's got its own unique vibe to it, man, and it's very what's the word?
Zach friendly.
yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you're right there in the fucking. It's easy to get right up in the stage, and then
and then turn around and be right up in the bar.
Yeah, they have bars right there.
They got that good patio out back too, man.
It's cozy, but it's also the perfect size. It's
and aesthetically, it's just rock and roll as hell.
Yeah, I love that patio out back too, man. That's really cool. Love to go out there and just sit out there and drink and smoke and talk shit with people, and then go back in and Plus, they got the bar with good food too, man. Like they got some good food there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, kitchen will be open at the Delta Doom Fest, so come on down and get it full.
Hell yeah. So what bands have been announced so far?
So far we've got, of course, Burnt Witch will be playing there. So shameless self plug. But also we've got Red Sun Sermon's going to come out. Those guys are awesome if you haven't checked them out. Our buddies in Stonewielder, they were part of the original show, so we're going to have them come out.
Ninja Witch,
yeah. I know you're familiar with Ninja Witch. Super cool guys. They're going to come out from East Tennessee for us.
Hell yeah.
Pond Digger is going to be there.
Oh yeah. They hadn't been announced yet, but we can go ahead with it.
Oops.
We're like one of the Marvel interviews now. Or one of the actors.
Breaking news.
Yeah, well, Pond Digger's going to be. Oh, well, I said Stonewielder, and they hadn't been announced either. Don't worry, we're just going to tell you everybody, because,
Yeah, might as well now.
Megaton Communion.
Yeah, Megaton Communion.
Tommy Stewart, Direwolf.
Hell yeah.
The Black Doomba guys are going to come show out for us.
Yep.
Tommy's been gracious enough to be a sponsor, and we appreciate the hell out of him for that. I know.
Sure.
We first met him at the booth at your guys' music festival, and he was just super cool to us. Before Burnt Witch was even doing really anything, we were just tracking stuff, no drummer, and he gave us a lot of cool tips on just, how to get going in a direction and meet up with people, and so it's really cool for him to, come out and support us like that.
Tommy's great people, man.
But yeah, as far as bands,
Did you mention Megaton?
We said Megaton. Yeah.
Ruin God,
Memphis locals, they're going to come out.
I think that's everybody.
I hope that's everyone. I hope we're not skipping anyone.
Oh, sponsors. I know we're talking about bands, but
I think that's all the bands.
do we want to discuss interesting sponsors?
Sure.
We got Metal Devastation PR.
I was going to say, we got one really cool sponsor. We appreciate you, Zach, you and your wife, of course, and Metal Devastation, everything you guys do.
Man, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait, man. It's going to be fun, dude.
Yeah, we've got Brutal Media is going to come out. That's a connection we got sort of through you. We haven't officially announced them yet, but he's going to come out and do some filming for us.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Black Doomba, of course.
Yeah, Black Doomba.
Woodwright.
And Does It Doom.
Yeah, Does It Doom. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we'll be.
That's a big deal.
Have we announced?
That's a huge deal, man. Does It Doom is fucking awesome, dude. Like, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I reached out to Steve, and I was just like, man, this is like the Hail Mary throw, but we can get the Godfather's blessing, we got to go for it. And yeah, man, he was super cool, man. He's like, yeah, I'd love to support you, as Does It Doom and as Woodwright. And, shared our stuff around on Instagram for us, sent us a cool raffle item. We won't reveal that just yet, but we've got some exclusive Does It Doom merch. It's going to be raffled off.
I was going to ask about that because I remember seeing you say something about that there was going to be a raffle off of something Does It Doom, like I'm assuming probably a pedal or something, but you can't say anything. So
it's going to be something cool. You're going to want to come participate in the raffle. If you want a Doom rig, it's like a necessary piece for a Doom rig.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Is it a beard?
Yeah, it's a beard and a beer gut. It's not
and a bad home life.
Anything, if it says Does It Doom on it, it dooms. You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Hell yeah. So tell us how did this whole thing come about? Like, how did you guys what made you guys decide to do that? Well, you were saying that I think it's Stonewielder, but
it was just going to be a show, and I had put in like a couple Facebook groups, hey, we're looking for like a third and a fourth band. We wanted to do an all Doom set. We've been playing a lot of mixed bills, and no complaints there. We've met some awesome guys. We've had a lot of fun on the mixed bills, but I feel like this area doesn't really get Doom bills, like all Doom. So that was just, I kind of put in the post, hey, if you're a Doom band and you want to play Memphis, let us know. We're building a Doom bill. And
Found out there was a lot more doom bands than we realized.
Yeah, it was insane. It was like there's a doom band on every corner, and we had no idea until we, did that reach out post.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. Once you announce that there's gonna be a show and you're looking for bands, dude, it's like the floodgates fucking open up, man. Fucking.
Yeah, man, we're meeting people in Jackson, other doom bands in Jackson. We're like, there's no way. How do you exist in Jackson and we don't know you? And it's crazy. So
that's cool though, man. That's really cool. That's what it's all about right there. That's the growing the scene. Like I guess you could say, man, it's the fucking community.
Right. All we need in Jackson is a good place to perform, and we'd be set.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
one solid venue would save the city, dude. Like,
is that the one good rock and roll show can save the world?
Right.
110.
Well, we've got that one, the brewery. I think they've had some pretty good shows there before.
They just don't want local.
Yeah, they said they weren't interested in local music when we spoke to them. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Of course, they might have seen the Burnt Witch brand, and
Yeah, that's
why we cannot condone this.
Yeah, it is what it is. We know what area we live in.
Yeah.
I know. I trust me. I know too, man. Like, yeah, it's fucking difficult, man. Like, and that kind of sucks, Like, it's like you to put on something here in Jackson, you literally have to just fucking foot the whole goddamn thing, man, and just put the whole thing together because it's really hard to get any kind of help from the local venues, Like aside from, the AMP, like they're cool with doing it, but it's a lot to put into it.
Well, I guess what it amounts to is we don't really have quote-unquote venues in Jackson. We've got a handful of restaurants and bars that like the idea of having familiar music in the background for patrons to get drunk to, but in my opinion, we don't necessarily have anything that makes music the first priority.
Yeah.
So I guess if we were to put on any kind of a show here, there's a 99% chance that you're interrupting somebody's dinner and nobody's actually there to see or hear music.
Are you talking about Redbones?
Yeah, Redbones needs to get ready, dude. I would also like to highlight that Mike called all their customers patients.
Patients, maybe.
Oh, did I say patience?
Yeah.
Sorry, my old work is.
All right, there's your clickbait title, Zach. Burnt Witch calls out Redbones on the Zach Moonshine Show.
Calls their patrons patients, perhaps implying mental instability.
Yeah, we actually went to Redbones for my birthday this year, and it was cool. But like they had a blues band that came in there from I think from Memphis or somewhere, and
that's cool.
And they jammed out for a little while, and it was loud and it was cool, but like it's a pretty small stage, but still, I don't know, it's not like. It's not like what you think of, like when you think of a venue, like.
No,
right.
Yeah, it's obviously not made to support live music to the degree that we think about it, because like you're there to enjoy your birthday dinner, and while you may be enjoying the music, at the same time you can't have dinner conversation.
Yeah, It's a restaurant with live music, not a venue with food.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need something like Growlers here in Jackson. That would be so fucking badass, dude.
For sure, yeah.
I think, if there was anybody that could do that had a place, that had the balls to fucking step up and do that shit, man, the fucking promoters and the booking agents and shit would probably jump on it, because I think there is enough crowd here to make something happen like that,
Yeah, I think the issue will be finding someone who's willing to try something different from an investor perspective, because it seems that most of the people that have the ideas don't have the funds, and the people that have the funds keep doing the same old thing and expecting different results, and they're fighting for the same, they're basically fighting over the same audience, but there's a completely underserved population that goes to Memphis and Nashville for entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have places like the E anymore,
So it's time for a co-op venue. We get 1,000 metalheads together at $10 a piece, and we cover the overhead on the venue.
It's either a pyramid scheme or a good idea.
Well, what's the difference?
All it would take to be successful is just respond to emails and book the bands.
Exactly.
It would be really easy.
That's too much to ask.
I would love to see Jackson become more of a destination spot for traveling bands. I think that we've got the population here to support it, and there's definitely people that are fans of music, but as I said, they're constantly going to Memphis and Nashville because we've got the same 5 or 6 bands that are running the circuit here. I have seen Downtown Tavern doing a lot more lately to have traveling acts pass through. I just hope that they kind of stay on that path and manage it, and most importantly promote it properly. Otherwise, before long it'll get to the point of, just like everywhere else, where it's back to the same 5 or 6 bands all the time. If they're just responsive to the bands and actually promote the show, as opposed to expecting the bands to bring sound, lights, and patrons or patients. It's a two-way street. The band has to promote, and the venue has to do it as well.
You'd think that they would have seen by now, like what we've done with the Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest, that there is a fucking audience here. There is money to be made. For and I'm saying that in quotations because for people like that, that's what their number one goal is. You know what I mean? Like, that's where they're looking at. They want to be able to make some money off of it. Well, how the fuck have they not seen what we've been doing and not been like, I'm actually kind of shocked that at this point somebody hasn't jumped in and tried to cash in on that and be like,
I think a lot of them feel like they'll alienate their base clientele, but I mean, there's so many venues in other cities that have various genres. They don't necessarily cater to just metal or just country. They have different stuff every night of the week, and that way you're digging in everybody's pockets instead of having nights with nobody and trying to bring in like open mic night or karaoke just to keep the doors open.
Your guys, the turnout last year at DevFest was insane, dude. I couldn't believe how many people were there. So the audience is definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was a lot of people that did fly in or drove down from other states and stuff, but a lot of people there were local, man. There was a lot of people there from Jackson, Lexington, Memphis, surrounding towns.
Yeah, Gibson County, all the surrounding counties, really.
Well, we've already proven with Memphis and their clientele that they can pull Jackson clientele. There's no reason that it wouldn't work the other way.
Exactly.
If you had something that brings them here.
Right.
Yeah, I guess like you would think that with the success of the Metal Devastation Fest and also Misfits Market, that there would be other investment-minded, business-savvy people that would see some opportunities here.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think it all boils down to the same fucking thing that we've been battling this whole time. It's like the church and the local politics and stuff. They have a hold on a lot of that shit, man. They sometimes, they're like, okay, we'll let this happen, we'll let this slide, but at the same time, they're like, they don't want it too much. Like they don't want anybody to know that they're endorsing it.
Well, a prime example of that is the stage in Lexington up at the lake when y'all tried to throw the show there.
Yeah.
It's just everybody coming out, kind of like Cody said in chat, clutching pearls and thumping Bibles, and they're worried that you're gonna sacrifice babies to open a portal to hell, and it's like
that's not why you sacrifice babies. You do it because it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're not doing it to open portals. We can do that any other day.
This interview brought to you by the fine people at Planned Parenthood.
I can't.
Sponsored by Moloch.
I remember somebody from down there said that during that day, like somebody that worked at one of those gas stations that was down there right next to Beach Lake said that they fucking sold like $30,000 worth of fucking beer and shit that day or something crazy like that. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember, but it was something to that magnitude, and it was like they couldn't believe that something like that would happen there, and they couldn't believe that it wouldn't happen again, because like all the motels were booked up.
Yeah, exactly.
People
and that's something that Jackson doesn't think about is the pouring in of money that this stuff brings.
Yeah, it's a lot of revenue that comes in when you think about like what you're saying, Zach. When y'all did that in Lexington, I know people that came from hours away that the motel right there by the lake was completely booked up, no vacancy. They had to go up to the Days Inn, because so many people came out to the fest and had such a good time they couldn't walk straight or drive straight and had to go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
It's like what you said, though. There's so much that's much more about politics and appearances than anything. It's like, no, I may be the odd man out. I don't recall because I've slept since then. But, like, I don't smoke pot, for example. Don't have a problem with it, but I don't understand why it's illegal, whereas alcohol is. Like, people that drink want to fight somebody and drive a car. People that smoke weed want to eat and take a nap. Mm-hmm. So why is one legal and the other not?
Buy more weed.
But the politicians are much more worried about appearances and, in this case, like whether they can make money off of it. But when thinking about the venues, yes, you can most definitely make money off of metal.
Yeah, I don't know. They're thinking about the people that vote. They're thinking about the people that endorse them. The money bags that pay for everything in the town and whatnot. Like stuff like that. Those people have the power and the control over them. And it's just.
That's got to be it, dude. It's got to be somebody buying the campaigns, brother. Yep. I don't know the voters. You know what I'm saying? I haven't met them.
You know it, man. It's a puppet game, dude.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, dude. It really is a shame. But I mean, I'm hoping that I have hope for Jackson, man. I feel like it's moving in the right direction. I feel like slowly, but it is. And I hope that someday shit will change, man. And
well, considering its musical past, you think about it, rockabilly probably wasn't what all the Bible thumpers wanted to hear, but look at all the music that's come out of Jackson alone.
Yeah.
And look at the level of tourism that rockabilly brings to Jackson. I mean, we think about Jackson as being like a hole in the wall, but it's just because we live here and we're used to everything. But there's people coming in from literally all over the world to look at rockabilly memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, now more than ever, with the economy and everything, with people moving from state to state, when I drive around here, lately I've been seeing a lot of license plates that are from different fucking states, man. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like you hardly, I wouldn't say you hardly ever see a Tennessee license plate, but you see a lot of fucking people from other places that are here, man, and they're coming in, and that means that change is it's unavoidable, like it's gonna happen. Yeah. So
you think maybe we need another hotel? Like it almost makes you think that you're like, maybe the hotels are a good thing.
Well, we definitely don't need another unseasoned chicken restaurant, but I digress.
I agree, yeah. No more burger chicken places, please, or pizza.
What are you talking about the unseasoned chicken, man?
Oh gosh, can I be borderline racist for a minute?
You can bring up Canes, I don't care.
If anyone can hear, it's you, Mike.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play my card so I can speak freely. But yeah, like we keep having all these weird chicken places pop up and all these people talking about Raising Cane's, but everybody that talks about Raising Cane's talks about the sauce. You take away the sauce and it's boiled Taylor Swift chicken.
Yeah. Not wrong.
And then there's Tacos for Life, and I'm like, we tried there one time and like, you guys should just, their gimmick is that they give away a free meal for like every meal that you buy or something like that, and I hope to God that whoever they're giving that free meal to gets something better than what I paid for.
Yeah,
because it tastes like water.
Tacos for Life, I don't even know how that place is open, bro. I went there one time a long time ago, and every time I pass by it, I'm like, how?
You realize like the AI description of this episode is going to be burnt with fascist every restaurant in Jackson.
It's like people fought wars over spices.
Jacksonian culture.
Yeah. People literally fought wars and died over spices just for us to, well, not us, because I like seasoning, but for a certain population to thrive on unseasoned food. I don't get it.
As a saltine, I find offense to that.
Yeah, no. If I want fried chicken, man, I'm either going to Dodge Chicken or I'm going to Umphy's, man. Like those, in my opinion, those are the two that do it right. And then
it's worth the threat of violence every time.
Exactly. And as far as fucking Mexican food, man, shit, dude, like fucking what is it? Tacos Barucas, man.
Oh, now this interview's over.
Hell yeah.
I want to go on record.
Oh yeah, he's
Let's talk about El Mezcal.
Yeah, hardcore El Mezcal fan.
Let's talk about tequilas. If you drink enough tequila, it's so good.
I'm going to continue to play my card here for a second, but like my rule is go where Mexicans eat, not where they work.
Exactly.
Which is why you go to El Mezcal. We're going to have to make this happen one day.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
No offense to tacos, though, you know.
I mean, if we're honest, all of
tacos follows the band, so we got to be nice.
Our first experience with tacos was probably the ground beef with lettuce and tomatoes, which is so wrong. But you know, you got to start somewhere. We'll forgive it.
Yeah, and the food trucks too, man. The food trucks blow half the restaurants away, dude.
Yeah,
like they ain't playing, man.
I wish I could see the chat right now. Like, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, they haven't talked about music yet.
Anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant and they can't hardly speak English and they don't understand
you
what
know
the
it's
fuck I'm
going to be good.
That's when I know I'm at the right place.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know, fuck it, dude.
Hell yeah.
I trust you, man.
Do a quick refresher on Duolingo,
Hell yeah. All right, well, back to the music, man. Burnt Witch. What's coming up next for you guys? What are you guys cooking on, man?
Tacos.
We've been working on an album for quite a while now.
Basically since the day the EP came out, like literally.
Yeah, like forever. It's
actually we demoed the first song the night before the EP came out, so the album has been.
Are you talking about the first song that's been re-recorded, including up to like yesterday?
Hey, now if you don't re-record a song 48 times, did you even?
I'm like Frankenstein in his lab, dude. I'm obsessive, and so you know, until it's perfect, I just keep doing it.
And it doesn't help that you guys have to like make me record drums.
Yeah, Mike has to have a
time for my quarterly recording. Yeah. And I don't know why I drag my feet on that, because like every time that I finally sit down to do it, I'm done in like 15 minutes. I have to work into it.
And we're continuously writing new material, and the issue is, you know, we thought we had a track list set for the album, and then we write new songs, and those songs we think are better than the track list, so we end up, you know, swapping tracks out for these new ones.
Yeah, we probably have 2 albums worth of music.
Yeah, we have a lot of music recorded.
So we're doing that cool thing where we're a band without an album, but we've got a shitload of B-sides already. So
we're gonna be like,
those will be released.
We're gonna build up this album so much and just talk about how heavy and nasty it's gonna be, and then just drop some just absolute mediocre like.
Yeah, we're skipping straight to the refuel area. We're not even playing around.
Gonna put out some of that Taylor Swift chicken songs.
But in all seriousness, the album is gonna be. You're gonna be able to listen to it and know that it's the same band that wrote the EP. You know, we're gonna have like that. What happened on the EP is sort of in our DNA. But it's going to be a lot darker in subject matter, I feel like. For the most part, a lot darker. Mm-hmm. Quite a bit heavier.
Actually, weirdly, a lot bluesier, while also being a lot heavier.
Yeah, somehow, yeah. A lot heavier, a lot bluesier, and just more doom, you know.
We're making an album that's confusing us, but we think it's heavy, we think it's cool, and... We rack our brains all the time trying to figure out who we sound like, and I guess we just sound like Burnt Witch.
It's just us. I mean, every time that we play a show, there is somebody that says something about how unique we sound compared to, I guess, what most would consider typical doom, and I think that it's accurate because of all of our backgrounds merging.
Yeah, and to be like fully transparent, I think we're like one track away from completing the album. So we've got all
9 more months, everyone.
Yeah.
So 9 more tracks.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of songs written, but we don't feel like they're exactly premium enough material. So we're working on a final track, and once that's done, the album's done writing, and then we can finally move forward into, you know, completing production and recording and all that.
Hell yeah, man. Now, I also wanted to touch on something else that you guys have been really fucking like good at, in my opinion, dude, is like the content creation, man. Like putting out little videos and stuff like that, man. Like that stuff really, it helps so much, man. And I think a lot of bands out there need to know like that shit fucking really does work, man. Like
I would say one thing every band should think about before you're doing it. You look at everyone putting a ton of effort into a 10-second video, and you kind of think, well, why would you do all that? I just want to say for any band out there, if we put out a cell phone video, we roughly get about 300 to 500 views. When Mike puts out one of his well done published reels, we've got reels 15, 20, 30,000.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
in like a day or two.
Yeah, in like a day. They'll pop off insane. So if you're any band out there, you're saying, I don't know why I would invest in that, it makes a huge difference.
It's a driver.
We've gotten shows off of those reels.
And I gotta say,
connections. It's crazy.
Yeah, and this ain't a sales pitch. Although if any of you wants video work, I know a guy. If you want to be taken seriously as a professional act, you've got to present professionally. It's that simple. Because if we're trying to attract the attention of some place for booking outside of this local area, a cell phone clip from the back of an empty room just ain't going to do it.
No.
Our goal is to convince everybody that we're not just four dudes.
For that plug, man, what do they need to do? They need to look up Black Oak.
Black Oak Productions, and I think it's insanely helpful that we've got the videographer, myself, and we've got a graphic artist in Dustin, Matt doing the audio engineering and mixing and all that stuff, and James handling management, logistics, reaching out and booking all this stuff and arranging stuff. It's like we have our own internal management team that is really helping. It's kind of sad because I joined this band thinking, I may have said this before, but we'll just hit it again for the new people. I joined this band thinking it's doom, we're not going to do anything, and it's just an opportunity to scratch my creative itch on occasion. And it seems like the proverbial floodgates are opening and opportunities just keep popping up and we keep getting shows. I'm not complaining about it, but it's like not what I expected.
Yeah, you weren't expecting first weekend out. It's like, all right, Friday night Memphis, Saturday night St. Louis.
Right.
Well, I think it just proves, man, you put in the effort, you put in, and you have the good sound and you have the shit, like it just all, if it all lines up, man, it just does, and it works, man. Like you guys got the thumbs up from fucking Matt Pike, man, on one of your videos, dude. Like that's nothing small, dude. That's huge, dude. Like
yeah, he's actually come back a couple times. We're up to 5 or 6 now that he's liked, and I think he's republished a couple of them too. Which is just every time we're in the group chat, like, oh my god, we're like,
yeah, I'm gonna print them out and frame them. Like this, I got screen caps of them. I'm gonna print them out and frame them someday.
Yeah, how does that make you feel, man? Like what?
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it's something you never
weird.
thought.
Yeah, it's weird.
Actually, there's a riff of Dustin playing a woodwright the day he got it, and he's playing a sleep riff, a Matt Pike riff, and Matt Pike ended up watching and liking the video. So for someone to see, obviously you're paying homage to their art, but when you actually know for a fact that person saw it and you're sitting in Jackson, Tennessee, it's like,
what?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And the fact that it's not a one-off, that he's continued to watch the stuff that we put out, that's pretty cool.
It also makes you think, like, for me, I was like, oh, I guess I better just start publishing, like, good stuff now.
Maybe we should do
I'm going to actually have to work. Because I don't want Matt Pike seeing some dog shit videos.
Well, and that goes out to making decent content. I don't think if we didn't have the professional videography on that and have a loose script and plan out the content, that would have never made it.
That one was, but for the most part, it's like, well, I've got a little bit of time to kill. What can I make today?
But without it, we probably wouldn't have had enough traction to get in front of Matt Pike. That's kind of the driving factor, really.
And some helps come from Does It Doom too. He's republished quite a few reels that we put out, and that's been a massive help.
It's been huge.
And while we can't prove it, I mean, I do like to think that had we just kind of done like everybody else with the cringeworthy cell phone, and there's nothing wrong with using a cell phone, but it's like we not necessarily following the trends and trying to put up more professional, better quality stuff, I don't think we would have gotten I don't think that those same people would have picked up and reshared our stuff to allow more people to see us. So it all goes hand in hand. We owe a lot to them, but they probably would not have seen us had we not put forth at least a little bit of effort.
Yeah, man. And I mean, those videos are fucking entertaining, man. That shit, it's cool to watch, dude. It's fun. You're funny, and you're showing the shit, and it's just I don't know, man. It works, dude. And I think, you know, it's definitely. I always try to tell bands, man, fucking do as much as you can, man. You know, like, try everything, dude. Like, just throw it at the wall, man, because you never know, man. You never fucking know. And,
for sure, man. We've taken shows that we're like, man, this is a waste of gas and time, and we've met some of the coolest contacts you'll ever meet, you know, playing a show that was nowhere near Doom.
Yeah.
Like that.
People around just love music. People love live music. We see bands that aren't near our genre, and we love them. We hang out with them, interact with them on social media, and all lift each other and stuff. And you know, so if you're trying to get anywhere as a band, I would say just take any opportunity that comes at you, man. Worst thing that happens, you waste a little gas money in a night.
But I would say that it's not wasted, even if there's nobody there from your perspective. You don't know who that one person in the crowd is or what kind of a connection you may make with another band. Like, had we not taken these multi-genre shows or played stuff that didn't necessarily look like a great opportunity, it's those shows that have opened up doors for us to go to other states and meet with other people. Because otherwise we'd still be scratching around for shows in Jackson.
Yeah, that's 100% true. And something that I always find great is, like, you know, we finish playing a set and somebody comes up to me and they're like, man, I didn't even know what Doom was, but I'm about to check it out. I like your guys' stuff. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just a guy, man. I don't know. Like, I fucked up a whole bunch up there. Are you sure that was good?
Yeah. Well, it's the artist's, you know, nature to come down every show and be like, oh, that fucking sucked.
It's the worst I've ever done. Fuck.
I do like seeing people's faces, though. We come in on, like, the first track, and we're, like, perfectly, you know, synced up, and it's just nothing but sludge, just a wall of sludge. I love seeing people's faces.
Yeah, like the guy from Municipal Bats throwing his hands up and walking off. It's like, brother, I did that for you.
That level of sludge, it's like the closest you can get to pneumonia without being sick.
It's pretty fucking
God, I love that. That's a good way to put it. I wanted to feel like you're trapped in a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, we're not sound guys' favorite people. That's all we're gonna like.
I would like to shout out Growler's sound guy, though. That dude, that dude was super cool and let us run some pretty wicked stage volume.
He let us be a little ignorant on stage.
Yeah.
Encouraged it even.
Yeah, he was super cool, though.
He's like, no, man, it's fine. That's perfect. No, turn up. Go ahead. It's like, all right, brother.
And you guys got featured in Weedian's fucking thing, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
We got Weedian, Doom Nation.
Doom Charts.
Hell yeah.
Rob Hammer.
Stumbling across articles from different parts of the world, like, on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like, you guys surfaced one that apparently came out in February from some other country, and that I don't know where they're getting their information, but unless they're just copy pasting and, like, modifying.
I don't know. The one we saw most recently was, like, super accurate.
It was such a good article.
Outlaws of the Sun. They write some awesome articles.
Yeah.
Probably the best article.
It's like, why would they not reach out? I mean, I'm still glad that there's people promoting us that we don't know about, but
yeah, I would have loved to know that was out when the EP was actually out. It's probably one of the best, like, articles I've read.
Could have put it out, yeah. But like Holy Parish of Doom, Mr. Doom 666, man, we've been featured by a lot of great people.
That man, you know, that's something funny that happens a lot, dude. Like, when we send out stuff from Metal Devastation PR, dude, it just goes out fucking, like, so many fucking different places. Like, I can't even keep track of, like, you know, only a small handful of them will actually email me back and let me know that they've done something. But a lot of times, like, months later, I'll be Google searching or something, you know, and I'll just see shit, and I'll be like, oh fuck, I didn't even know, dude. Like, it trips me out too. Like, I'm like, god damn, man, it's crazy how far some of that stuff can really fucking go and just reach, man. It's just, you know.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the internet there. You've got access to a global audience if you just capitalize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hitting Doom charts with our first EP was just like
Unreal.
unthought of. Like we I
sure.
saw they tagged us in a post, and I was like, "Great, Doom charts is going to tell everyone Burnt Witch blows." And it turns out we made the list. I was like, "Oh my god, no way!" Like,
yeah, that was, honestly, all that stuff is really wild because I'm used to dropping music into a void. You know what I mean? And
well, there was no intention of like we're going to put this out and try to get picked up. It was just we put it out and it just happened. You know?
Yeah, we've done interviews for Spanish magazines. We've done like Brazil. There's been a few Brazilian places.
Battery Zine.
And meanwhile, I'm like, crap, I never expect us to have one show.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and it all started, the first two interviews, it was the Zach Moonshine Show and then Reaper's Underground.
It's true, yeah.
Zach Moonshine Show.
Yeah, man,
I heard that one's pretty good.
It's pretty damn good. You got to check it out. I hear that guy says motherfucker a lot.
I heard he's responsible for a lot of U-Haul rentals.
And a lot of U-Haul insurance accidents.
Isn't that guy that did that weird thing with a trumpet?
What is that? Like a marching tuba, I think?
Yeah.
We don't talk about
We call it the Ass Blaster 9000. You wouldn't know about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that originally is, man. I just found it one day, fucking looking at shit, and I saw it. I thought it was fucking hilarious, so I threw my fucking head on it.
Dude, every time you put up a post, I'm like, this motherfucker is hilarious.
Dude, that one in front of a Dollar General on the moon, I was like, God. I'm like, this is art.
That's gold.
You need to get a life-size tattoo of that trumpet or whatever that brass instrument is, incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it on your ass.
Get a fine art painting of it.
Yeah, let's print it on canvas.
Yeah, that's something you put on the mantle right there.
Yeah, right above the fireplace.
Car wrap.
Yeah, car wrap.
Or U-Haul.
Yeah.
Yes, go rent a U-Haul, get it wrapped with that graphic, and return it.
That was a good one, man. I stuck Raven's face on that one too, man. I sent it to her, and she didn't recognize it at first. She was like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, I don't know, man. I sometimes I think I spend way too much time fucking doing that shit, like, but it makes me laugh and it gets a crack out of me. And
it's worth the discomfort.
Yeah, if it gets a laugh out of people, man, that's what it's all about, dude. You know, just trying to get some attention and pull some attention to these fucking bands, man. Come listen to this shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's like,
yeah, man, go to Bandcamp and buy the Dope Witch EP.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Speaking of Bandcamp.
Oh yeah, speaking of Bandcamp, that version of We Hate You will be available tomorrow on Bandcamp. It's going to be free. Feel free to tip us if you like. Bandcamp is one of those places that lets you do that, but you don't have to, of course. Just enjoy the song, man. We just made it to kind of bridge the gap in between the EP and the album, give people something to listen to. Plus, it's America's 250th birthday, dude. You got to do something that you can look back when you're 70 and you'll be like, yeah, we fucking released We Hate You on that day.
Celebrate the 250 by driving around blasting We Hate You out of your car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing says America like a mass shooting, right?
That's exactly right. And it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's exclusive on Bandcamp for the first 2 weeks.
It'll be exclusive for an amount of time. We had some issues with like the licensing with the streaming services, and they mislabeled it as white noise. Whole bunch of crap. It is coming streaming eventually. I'll put on the socials when I know for sure it's going to happen, but for now it will be available on Bandcamp. It'll be free. Download it, listen to it as much as you want, or wait till it comes out on streaming if you don't use Bandcamp. But if you don't use Bandcamp, you're kind of a bad person, so use Bandcamp, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, Bandcamp is the fucking shit, man. I mean, I know everybody's trying to get on Spotify and get their fucking numbers up here and everything so they can show out, but like, Bandcamp is where it's fucking at, man. Like, I try to tell everybody about that shit, man. Like, it's the coolest fucking thing that we've had for a long fucking time, like, I think when MySpace died, Bandcamp is like that's the fucking, you know, that's the place, man. Like that's where you can put your shit and you can feel validated, you know, in some sort. Like it doesn't matter, like, you know, you can put anything on there, but you can utilize it to so much. There's so many different things that you can do with it that a lot of people don't even realize, you know, like, and it's just like one of the things I mean, like just buying shit on there, you know, like if you buy stuff on there and you put it into your collection, man, other people see it that follow you, and there's like this whole different community inside there. They get their own social media thing, you know, and I get emails all the time, like when I buy stuff on there, a couple weeks later I'll get an email, you know, and it'll say, you know, from Bandcamp, they'll be telling me, they'll give me a high five, and they're like, hell yeah, you just turned this motherfucker onto this, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that's fucking
well, that's
cool,
the
man.
cool thing with Bandcamp, right, is it's not like Facebook or Instagram where people are there for a variety of reasons. Bandcamp, the people that are there, they're trying to support music and listen to music.
100%.
Cool. So we'll say, if you listen to us on streaming, we appreciate it. We love you for it. But, you know, someone explained to me, and I thought it was a pretty good way, Bandcamp is kind of the Patreon for bands. You know, if you want to get someone's music and help the band out, that's the perfect place to go. But there's nothing wrong with streaming either. If you just want to check out the songs, we love you for it anyway. Anyone's listening to us, we dig it. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I think Bandcamp's streaming quality is way better than Spotify's anyway.
Well, you can get the WAV files like directly to your stuff, and if you're one of the, you know.
Yeah, I am.
You are one of the.
Yeah, for a lot of us that, like people like me that do radio, it's so much easier for us to just download something off Bandcamp because it's already tagged, it's already fixed up, you know, it's got the album artwork in there, it's got the titles and everything where it needs to be, and you can just throw it in your streamer, you know, in your broadcasting system, whatever that you're using, and it's all done for you. Like, you don't have to, because any other time, you know, like a lot of times bands will send stuff in and it's just like a wave track, and it's like, you know, track 1, master fucking 2, you know, like you got to sit there and fucking go in and change everything and fix it up right so that it'll show up when you play it, so that people will see it, you know, and understand what it is. But like Bandcamp, they take care of all of that, man. It's like it's done for you, so it's like easy. And plus you've got a collection there that you can always go back and pull from, you know, like for a lot of editors and reviewers and stuff like that. I think a lot of them like to have that stuff in there because maybe on that day they might not have, you know, the time to go in and listen to it and review it, but they'll have it saved and they can go back later on, you know, and they're going to see it because it's in their fucking collection. You know, it's like, it's sort of like looking at your shelf of your vinyl collection, your CDs, your tapes, whatever, but it's digitally, you know, it's there inside that little ecosystem, man. It's just cool.
Yeah, the new age vinyl bin.
Yeah. Well, speaking of,
and there's something different about like loving it enough to buy it and then going in that collection and listen to music. It seems like I enjoy it a lot. Yeah. Well, obviously I enjoyed it enough to buy it, but you also still kind of get that album listening experience. Yeah. Like you sit down and listen, track 1, track 2, track 3. It's not like modern music where it's like I'm going to stream this song and then it's going to take me to this band and then this band. Mm-hmm. You know, you get the full experience.
Yeah, I know a lot of us will go on there too, and like sometimes you'll see where you can buy a t-shirt and it comes with the full album download, or you can buy a cassette tape or CD or vinyl or just anything, you know, like whatever the band's selling on there, they can put to where it comes with the full album download in MP3 format or whatever. And so like you've got both of them, you know, you've got something that you can wear or something that you can put on your shelf or put on your wall, you know, whatever you want to do, but you've also got a digital copy of it that you can listen to it on whatever medium, you know, on your phone or on your computer or wherever you're at, you know. It really is fucking cool, man.
Yeah, and it's like you mentioned before, just being able to like show those collections to other people, and or you know, coming across a dude that's like, oh, he likes 3 or 4 albums I like, and then you see 20 in his collection that you don't know, and it's a great way to find new stuff for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Plus, and there's like 100 new releases in every genre every day. Every time I get on there's like 100 new albums. Like, geez, it's
yeah. What do they say? Like, Spotify is like releasing like millions of fucking new songs every single day. Like,
It's this new age of Sono and AI music.
Yeah, AI has been. I found an AI album the other day, and I was like, "Damn, dude, this is crazy." It was like AI psychedelic rock from the '60s.
Was it good?
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah, it pissed me off pretty bad. I was like, and of course it slaps.
I was listening to an AI generated album that was called Space Jazz, and it was like basically if jazz was written in the Star Trek universe, and it was fantastic. And I was like, "Fuck you, AI!" You made that in 30 seconds. It would have taken a band fucking years to make that.
But I think at least they are trying to put they're putting a lot of rules and stuff on stuff like that to where it'll show you and it'll tell you that is AI generated. So
yeah, and it should be labeled.
So
and I'm not like against AI. I don't mind an AI album, but I want it to be labeled appropriately. I'd like it to be very clear, that it is AI generated.
Yeah, so you don't get your hopes up and you're like trying to figure out like who is this guitar player? What fucking pedal is he using, man?
Right.
Like, man, that guy sounds just like Phil Anselmo, and then you find out it's because it's AI modeled off of Phil, Well,
one good thing is, like you mentioned, like if you hear like a pedal sound or something in an AI song, it can inspire you to find that sound for yourself.
Yeah.
And that is like, that kind of stuff is good that comes from AI, that kind of inspiration.
I'm a believer AI is a fantastic tool, but if you try to rely on it to do everything for you, then you're kind of a tool.
Yeah, don't let it be your brain, Still have independent thought, be a human, use it as a tool, not your actual brain.
Yeah. I don't think that it'll ever fully replace the it's going to do what it's going to do, and it is what it is, man. Like, we can't stop it. Like, it's
not going away.
But I think that real bands, real music, real artists, it's always going to stick out, man. You're always going to, maybe it'll make it harder for the more generic ones that are just doing shit that sounds like everybody else anyway. Those, especially like with pop music and stuff like that, I think it's going to make it really hard for them. But
I think pop is going to suffer the most out of the AI. I don't think Doom is safe. You know what I mean? AI is not coming for Doom metal.
Yeah, I think because pop is so glossily produced. It's a huge problem. Like that the 60s Psych album that I was listening to. It had a super glossy sounding production. Which, I listened to 2 songs, but I'm probably not going to come back to it just because of that. I like stuff with character.
Well, Doom fans will be like, you're using a digital pedal and just fucking beat the shit out of you in the parking lot. You
know what? I do find it personally offensive if I see someone running a digital rig and they're like, yeah, we're a Doom band, and I see a full digital rig up there. I'm like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, leave. You don't even have cabs on stage.
Yeah, at least you could at least run that shit through a pedal baby and lie to me.
All I'm saying is,
set it up behind the amp.
You get to a certain age and you start to appreciate digital just for the back saving.
No, Doom's about suffering.
That's just true, yeah. If you're not suffering, you can't write good Doom. It's just how it is.
Gotta be sweating.
We all need 10-pound green Russians on stage, made from that Soviet era metal, all rusted
got uranium in it.
Yeah, Ampeg fridges and all that. Orange full stacks.
Yeah.
Speakers with giant magnets.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Big laney tube heads.
I've got to feel the air moving.
Yeah, that's another thing too. If you're running all digital rigs, I mean, I guess you could power a cab on stage with you, but man, if you don't have your stage sound, it sucks. I've ran all digital before, and it blows.
I don't know how you get into the music. Like, I can't get in the zone digitally, it seems.
It's not fun. I ran backing tracks in a band. It was not fun. I just don't enjoy that kind of stuff, man. I like being able to be up there and be human and be really loud.
Yeah, let Mike be the click, and then we just do what we do.
Yeah, I like only being able to hear my instrument for 45 minutes going, God, that sounded like shit, and then hearing the recording and being like, it was fine. my own bass will blast my ears for 40 minutes, and I'm like, God, that was awful. Nobody will have enjoyed that.
But we're always pleasantly surprised when we step off stage, because I guess it sounds different from the audience perspective.
Yeah. All we got is whatever is getting fed to us in the monitors.
Yeah, that ain't pointed at us at all.
Well,
I don't know. You guys are weird, though. I like to be able to hear after the show. You must have permanent tinnitus.
No, I might wear loops. I might wear loops like for the whole show and then take them out for our set because I want it to be raw, dude. You know,
it's like as soon as that first note hits, all of a sudden I'm aware of my colon.
Yeah, no, if I'm not laying in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning still hearing the amps hum in my head, I'm not really having a good time, you know?
Just like layers of molasses. That's what I like it to be like that on stage.
Like I'm just stuck in syrup.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm about out of questions for you, man. Is there anything you want to throw out there and let people know, man?
They make seasoning for a reason.
Come to Delta Doom Fest, download the EP on Bandcamp, check out our website. You guys got anything else?
The next show that we have is August 1st in Illinois.
Southern Illinois. The town evades me at the moment.
I forget about the show every time you guys bring it up because I'm like, what show? What are you talking about?
If only we had like a calendar or something.
Yeah, that's going to be with our buddy Stonewheeler again, a band called Thundar and a band called Moon Pollution.
At Sanctuary Lounge.
Yeah, Sanctuary Lounge in Heron, Illinois.
Yep. That's where we'll be next.
So if anybody's listening to this anywhere near there,
even if you're not
make the trip out and
like if we can make the drive, so can you.
Yeah, and you'll like it. You'll get murdered by sound. It'll be great.
And then we'll sell you a T-shirt after.
And then we'll be at Delta Doom Fest October 17th. We're going to be there 2 to 11 p.m. So if you're in the Memphis area, or even if you're not, come out and get your ears blasted for 9 straight hours by the loudest band you'll ever hear. It'll be fantastic.
And these are good bands too, so it'll be
you guys are killer, dude. You guys have no idea how much good underground doom is like hiding in the corners.
And it's a big year for doom.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. We've got doom shows everywhere this year. I won't go listen to everyone's band, but
I don't have enough money.
Killing it with doom this year.
Don't have enough money to go to all of them, dude. It's insane. I think the day after we play High on Fire is going to be in town. And I'm going to be right back in Memphis to see High on Fire.
Dope Throne's coming to Memphis. That's like
we're going to be in there for Dope Throne.
And then you got Guar with Weed Eater.
I've seen Weed Eater plenty of times. I'll see him again.
Yeah, Monolord's going to be at Muddy Roots this year.
All right, we got to stop plugging other bands.
Yeah.
Listen to Burnt Witch. None of these other bands exist. No, they're fantastic. Listen to them also. But just put us on the playlist. That's all we ask.
Yeah, like for each band you listen to a Burnt Witch track.
Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Well,
and this festival would not be possible at all if it weren't for Midwest Doom Coalition.
Oh, that's true.
That's been a huge help. Them and Shane have been a massive help.
If you're in a doom band, local, national, whatever, you need to get with MDC, Midwest Doom Coalition. Those guys, it's an awesome network of people. It's basically like a big social network co-op. We've set up so many shows through them, met so many people and contacts. If you're into doom and you're playing, man, you need to be part of it. It's fantastic. So.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to you want to make another station tag? I know you did one before, but
we botched it last time.
We really fucked it up, man. You don't have to sugarcoat it.
We're in the same room this time, so latency's not an issue.
Here you go, man. Here's your next chance, man. Whenever you're ready, say something like "This is Burnt Witch," and you're listening to Metal Devastation, fucking radio.
Are we doing this like gang vocals or some crap?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do it all at the same time, or are you?
Yeah, you're gonna have to count us off, Mike.
Wait, let me get my metronome.
All right, so
3.
what are we doing here?
We're doing This Is Burnt Witch, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
All right.
Nice.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is Burnt Witch, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Ow!
It sounded like Journey. One day love will find you.
Hopefully that's workable. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucked
You
it up.
need us to do like one of us just so you got a safety.
Hey, you guys were harmonizing, man. That was cool.
We promise our stage show is much more synchronized than our talking.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you guys want to do them one at a time too, we can do that, man. I can cut it all up and we can use it, man.
We got time. Let's do this.
Go for it. Run them.
All right, we're gonna go this way. We'll do. He can't see that, but I pointed directionally in the room.
I still didn't
Someone
get it.
go, and I want to see the idea, and then I'll go.
I'm Matt from Burnt Witch, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
I'm Dustin from Burnt Witch, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Hey, it's Mike with Burnt Witch, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
This is James, a.k.a. T-Dog, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
We're Burnt Witch. We left that part out, but what the fuck ever.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, didn't we all say the band name?
We did at the very beginning. Yeah.
It don't
I said
matter.
Burnt Witch.
It'll be alright.
It don't matter.
Zach's a good audio engineer. He'll make it work.
Yeah, just copy and paste
He'll
it. Just
delete it when they
wherever there's a mess up.
Upload his voice
we'll just put his
into
face on it.
ChatGPT and just have chat say Burnt Witch for him. It'll be alright.
Hey, this is Matt.
With Burnt Witch.
Burnt Witch.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk to us, man. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you in October, man. And look forward to that track dropping tomorrow, man. We're gonna fucking blast it all over the fucking place, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
And thanks for having us, Zach. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man.
For
Yeah,
sure.
man. Anytime, my brothers. Well,
Appreciate you.
what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna blast some more Burnt Witch for these motherfuckers so they go crazy. All right.
Yeah, all that drums.
Hell yeah. We'll talk to you guys later, man.
Later.
Holla.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Burnt Witch live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation fucking Radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway. If you got speaker cable long enough, dude, carry those motherfuckers outside, put them everywhere, dude. Fuck it, man. Just blast this shit. Loud as a fuck. And you'll probably see some shit happen tomorrow, man. You know? Or maybe tonight, you know? Who knows, man?